is taking me. I gotta look extra juicy. The shade. Ay, moco. Clean my brush off. This is so gross. It's okay. This is real life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Christen Dominique. I'm a beauty creator, founder of Dominique Cosmetics, mom, wife, all the things. So today I'm gonna show you guys how to get this Summer Glow 2020. This is your year to shine. I know we've been through a lot, but we're gonna show the glow through all the craziness, and I'm gonna show you how to get this really pretty bronze glam eye. My skin is looking extra glowy, and I'm gonna show you guys how to get this glow with textured skin. I have to be strategic on how I apply my highlights, and my favorite products to use to get that glowing from within look is Skin Gloss from Dominique Cosmetics. And I hit pan in the center already, ignore that. This is actually almost sold out. Like, it's insane how amazingly well it did. This is one of my best launches, to be very honest with you guys, and it's almost completely gone. So I'm gonna have to remake this, and it's gonna be out, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. So if you haven't got this yet, make sure to check it out. I'll have it linked below along with everything else. But this one is like my #1 bestseller. So there's so many reviews and so many good reviews about Skin Gloss. So if you haven't tried it out, definitely get it before it's gone. This is the look that I needed for this summer. Like, I know everything's closed and we still can't travel yet or anything like that, but this is taking me to a tropical island. I want to sit out on a beach with my watermelon margarita and just chill with the tahini on the top. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this look. If you want to see how I got this bronze glow right here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the Dom fam. And without further ado, let's get into this video. It's summertime, so we need our SPF. No matter if we're going out to the grocery store or we're just like inside near the window, we're gonna get rays from the sun, so we wanna protect our skin. So I'm gonna be using the CoverFX SPF 30 booster drops, and I'm mixing it with this new makeup serum that I just started using from Laneige. I think that's how you say it. And it's so pretty. I am obsessed with this packaging. I talked about it on my Instagram stories, and I actually used it in a little TikTok makeover video, and it actually helps your makeup last so much longer. And I was just really shocked by this because I typically like to use all my serums at night, but to use it during the day is really interesting for me. So I'm gonna mix these drops together. My hands are completely clean, so I'm gonna take some on my hand first. So I'm gonna mix those together, warm it up in my hands, and then just press it into my face. And I work it down all the way into my neck and my forehead without messing up my brows. I always have to go back and kind of touch them up, so that's the only like annoying part about doing your brows before makeup. So you can tell right after I put that on, my skin's already glowy and it's protected with the SPF. And before I go in with foundation, I'm gonna take this Milani Fruit Fetish primer in watermelon. Watermelon is my favorite scent. I love watermelon in all ways, in my margaritas, on my face, on my lips, everywhere. I love it. I feel like my foundation grips just a little bit better when I spray on like a mist or a setting spray before I even start my foundation. So I'm gonna spray this. Whoa, the sprayer, just let me show you guys, is wide. Look at that. It's raining. So now that we have that layer of hydration on, oh my gosh. Before we move on, I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. It kind of leaves you feeling a little sticky, but that's okay. That just makes me feel like my foundation's gonna stick to my face a little bit better. So getting into the eyeshadow, for the primer, I'm gonna be using the Sigma eyeshadow base in this really pretty pink shade. This is the shade Sorbet, and I'm just gonna apply it all over the eyelid on both sides. And that's gonna be our base. I'm so sad I haven't used this palette on my channel yet because I cherish it, I love it. It's Selena, it's my idol as I was growing up. So we have the MAC X Selena collab palette in this really pretty bustier. So cute. And then you open it up and it looks so beautiful. It's like all the shades I would use every day. So I'm gonna take this shade right here, this really pretty bronzy matte shade, and I'm gonna apply that all over with a flat shader brush. This one is from Dominique Cosmetics. It's the DSO5 brush, the packer, so you pack on the shadows. I'm gonna just pack it on like so. Wow, that is very pretty. I love this color. And you wanna pat it on, don't like sweep it on the eye, really just pack it in there. And then I'll blend out the edges later. Right now, I just wanna pack on all of that color to the lid. If you sweep it on your eye, I feel like, just like with foundation, you won't get the most coverage out of it if you're like sweeping it back and forth. So try to just really pack it in place. And then I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and I'm gonna take it, hold it towards the back. So I'm putting pressure on the back of the brush and lightly just blending like this. I'm doing circular motions and a little bit of rocking back and forth once it gets to the inner part of the eye, just because it's a really small area. And then I'm gonna just circle it out. Make sure you're using a light hand so it softly moves and diffuses the line on the outside. You see how it's like very soft now? I'm gonna do the other eye and we're gonna move on to the shimmer. You don't have to use too many shades or colors. This is gonna be the main color that we're using. I'm gonna just work that in. Then I'm gonna take the packer brush and go on the lower lash line with that same color. Ew, I got a little eye moco. Clean my brush off. This is so gross. It's okay. This is real life. And then I'm gonna go on the other eye and just wrap it around the lower lash line. That, oh my God, I got another one. Excuse me, ew. I love how this shade looks with brown eyes. For some reason, I feel like it brings, if you have any type of green or yellow hues in your eye, it really picks it up. Nice and blended. Actually, we need a blend. So I'm gonna take the same brush and just go around the eye. Make sure it's no harsh craziness. And then I'm gonna go in with a deeper shade to just add a little bit more definition to the outer part of the eye. I'm gonna take this color right here. This deeper brown shade. It has a little bit of red in it. Taking this, I'm using circular motions very lightly. You can tell if you're using too much pressure by how your hand, if your hand is like this, if your fingers are really tight like I was just doing, you catch yourself, bring it back, and let your fingers just kind of loosen up. And for some reason I do that with this eye, and that's why this is my bad eye, because I always keep doing that. And I'm gonna go back into the other fluffy brush we used earlier and just go into both shades and make sure everything is nice and blended. There's no lines where you can see where it starts and stops. It just kind of all flows together really nicely. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a wing liner on the outer part of my eye. I'm gonna use this darker brown right here, and I'm using the blade brush, the DS01 brush. I'm kind of starting where I want my eye to lift, so like right halfway into the eye, and then I'm just working it outwards. And then after I've done that, I'm just gonna go in with this smaller pencil brush and kind of work it back and forth on the edge, just so it's not too precise. It's kind of a little more diffused on the edges. And I'm gonna go on the edges here. Then I'm gonna go on the outer corners and define that lower lash line just a little bit more. Then just go over with the fluffy brush to make sure everything is nice and soft. And then I'm gonna go back into the lid just so that it's not so flat. I'm gonna take this shade right here with my finger. It's so pretty. And just pop it on the lid. I'm gonna take this same fluffy brush and just go over the edge to make sure there isn't any harshness. And then we have our bronzy eye. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that deeper red in matte bronze color together on the corners because I feel like it's getting a little lost with all of the shimmer. So I'm just gonna go back in like this and then blend everything out with a clean brush. Okay, so I ended up fixing my brows because they were on my last nerve. So I put some concealer on and fixed them up, but now I'm gonna put some lashes on. The lashes that I'm using are the Lilly lashes in the shade Goddess. The shade and the style Goddess, and the lashes look like this. So I'm gonna take this lash glue from Velour and just paint the lash glue on my eye so it's really precise and doesn't get anywhere else. And then I'm gonna take the lash. I've already cut them and curled them up with a lash curler and just pop them right on top. And I'm gonna do the other eye really quick. And then for the mascara, I'm gonna use the new Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, and I'm gonna take the volumizing side. I want it to have a little bit more of a natural glowing from within look. So I'm gonna take the Skin Gloss from Dominique Cosmetics in the shade Glossed Peach. It has so many really good reviews. I'll put them right here so you guys can check it out. But this is actually selling out, and it's almost gonna be sold out extremely soon. So if you haven't tried it, definitely get your hands on it before it is gone. We will be restocking, but it's gonna take us a little bit. So make sure you get them. And I'm so shocked at how fast this sold. Like all of the shades, everything is just completely selling out. It's insane. I thought, you know, honestly, to be very honest with you guys, Latte was one of our best selling products, and our palettes have always been a really good seller for us. But when this came out, it just like blew everything out of the water. It was insane. So definitely get yours. I like to put this underneath my makeup, over my makeup, but right on the high points of my face, and it gives you a very soft, subtle color. So this is the peach shade, and you can tell it's gonna give me more of a golden, warm glow. I'm gonna take that on my nose bridge and right on top of my Cupid's bow and anywhere I want my skin to glow and stand out. Then I'm gonna put my foundation over that. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal True Match in the shade Warm Nude Beige W3. I'm gonna take that on the back of my hand and I'm gonna apply my foundation with my Tati Beauty sponge. Absolutely love this sponge. This is my ride or die. So I'm gonna pop that on right on top. The reason why I love this sponge so much is because it gives you the best coverage and the most flawless application. It's something about the material of this pad. It just does something magical to my face. I've never had my foundation apply so amazing. I mean, I've used the Beauty Blender and that was really, really good and I still love the Beauty Blender, but this application is just so beautiful and flawless. If you want more of a full coverage, flawless finish, this is the sponge you need to use. The Beauty Blender also gives you a really nice application, but it's gonna be a little bit lighter, which is not bad. Sometimes I just like to get in there and get out, you know? I just want it to be full coverage, get to the point, make me flawless, and then we're moving on to the next thing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm gonna contour before I conceal, just so that we can really blend in the contour really well. To contour, I'm gonna take my Vanity Makeup Contour Trio, and this is the Light Trio, and I just take this shade right here. I'm gonna first use that shade to contour my nose. So I go right underneath. I don't go all the way down unless I'm doing something more glam, or I just don't really feel like going all the way down my nose more recently. Like it's like unnecessary because I'm not trying to make this part smaller, just this tip area. So I just really work it in on the tip. I don't mind going into the brow right here, but I don't need to go like right in there. So right in the brow right here is nice. And then I'm gonna take this fluffy brush in the shade Nikki, in the style Nikki from Hank and Henry. It's one of my favorite contour brushes. And just work that on the forehead to shrink it down just a little bit and add some warmth there and on the cheekbones. This is the clean side of the brush. I'm just going back into the edge to make sure that it's not harsh, and I'm just softening that up. And then I'm gonna go in with my concealer. For the concealer, I'm gonna be using this YSL Radiant Touch concealer in 2.5, and it's just a little pin, and it looks like that. I'm gonna take that right underneath my eye. This is a very natural, lightweight, almost like water-like concealer. Because the foundation already has a nice coverage, I'm not looking to use a thicker concealer. Then I'm gonna take it right in the center of the forehead and right there. So I'm gonna let that sit and dry a little bit, not all the way completely down, just so that we can get a little bit more coverage out of this because it is a very thin formula. While that's drying, I'm gonna add a little bit more skin gloss with my finger right at the high point of the cheek. I can't believe these are almost completely sold out, and I'm gonna have to make more, like a new batch of these, which is crazy to me. Thank you guys for all the love. My concealer's kind of dried up a little bit, not too much, and I'm gonna work that in with this Tati Beauty sponge. And I wanna get more coverage, so I'm going very light. You see how it adds just like a natural brightening effect to the under eye? I love it. I'm gonna go into the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This really pretty peach color. It's called Peach Fuzz. It just makes the eye look healthier, awake. I love the look that it gives the eye. So now that we have that, now we're gonna set everything in place in sections. I'm gonna set my under eyes with the Beauty Bakery setting powder. I'm gonna take the same sponge. I use the sponge for everything, and just go right in there so it doesn't move around. And then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer from Nars. I don't know what shade this is, but this is what it looks like. I got some setting powder on it, ignore that. It's not gonna make you look shimmery, it's just gonna have like a nice, natural looking radiant finish. So I'm gonna go into where I added the contour and just warm it up and set it in place. I'm gonna go on the nose, just really quick. This is from CoverFX. It's an illuminating setting powder, but it's too shimmery for me to be like a setting powder on my skin. So I'm using it as a base glow, because we really wanna glow today. And I'm just gonna tap it in right on the cheekbone on top of the skin gloss. It's gonna add to that natural glow, but that's just like all the prep for the glow that we're about to put on right now. So I'm gonna go over with the Glazed Lip Kit by Lilly Los Angeles, and I'm gonna take Rosé All Day, this really pretty peach color. Just gonna take that and go right over the high points of my cheekbones, like so. Keep the peach theme going with our look. Love how this look turned out so much. So for the lips, I'm gonna go in with this nude lip liner from Jouer. I'm just gonna line my lips so they're nice and juicy. This is a really pretty bronzy balm. It's called Laguna Afterglow Lip Balm. And just apply that all over. I kind of want to go over with this to see what it looks like. This is also from Nars. It's called Reef. Oil infused lip tint. I'm just gonna take that in the center to add more juiciness. It's actually Caesar and I's anniversary today, so I don't know where he's taking me. I gotta like extra juicy. If he were to watch, because he does not watch all of my videos all the way through, I'm actually putting it all over the lip now. He would probably cringe. He's like, blush. So for blush, really quick, I'm just going to add this Kat Von D blush in Honeysuckle. Looks like that. It's a matte blush. We have a lot of glow going on already, so I just want to pop this on very lightly to the cheekbone, like that, a little bit right on the forehead. This is the final look I absolutely love. This is definitely one of my favorite bronze glowy looks. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen these two videos on the side, make sure to check them out. They're waiting for you to watch. Before I let you go, I just wanted to remind you that this is your time to shine, to glow. It's 2020. Things are going crazy, but I know that this is your time to shine through everything that's going on around you. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.